The Source, 50 plus ways to elevate your marketing and your business. Presented by Marc McIntosh and Renee Roberts of Team Wedding Marketing. You are constantly bombarded with new apps and new services that promise to save you time, save you money, and make your life easier. You see these all the time. You get served ads for them all the time. You probably look at a few and ignore the rest of them. Who has time to research all of that? Well, we do, and we've done the work for you. In this presentation, we're going to give you more than 50 tools and tips that will help you grow your business and make your business life easier. We've researched them, we've vetted them, and we've selected the best of the best. I'm Marc McIntosh.
And I'm Renee Roberts.
And we're with Team Wedding Marketing. Team Wedding Marketing is a full-service marketing agency designed specifically for wedding professionals. If you'd like to improve your marketing, and if you're not having much luck with interns or the DIY approach, we are here to help. We can do your marketing for you so that you will have more time to do what you love, which of course are weddings.
If we were doing this presentation in person, we'd be standing at the door with a handout so you could take notes and follow along. But obviously we can't do that. But what we do have is the next best thing. Go to teamweddingmarketing.com/info and download the helpful handout. Then come back and follow along, and you can even take notes on the handout.
So our presentation is divided into a few different big categories. And the first tips and things that we're going to share with you are all video and podcast tools.
For general video editing, we recommend Filmora for PC users and iMovie for Mac users. Both are free and easy to use. If you've already published a video to YouTube and decide that you need a simple edit, such as cutting out a small segment, you don't need to start from scratch. Just use the built-in YouTube video editor to make these small changes.
And then there's Kapwing. Kapwing is this awesome large suite of tools for producing video and graphic content. You can edit videos, generate memes, resize videos, add images to your videos, add subtitles, loop the videos, and create video montages. You get all that? And in addition to the video tools, there's also several graphic design tools. You can flip images, convert an image into a video, all sorts of things. You may want to keep Kapwing on hand for those projects that go beyond the capabilities of Filmora or iMovie.
As in the case here, there are often multiple apps or services that do similar things. We've attempted to recommend you the ones that we feel offer the best value proposition, but in a few cases, we have recommended more than one option. A great way to compare two competing apps is to Google these names just like this, like the name of app 1 versus the name of app 2. Add the word compare in there also, like how does app 1 compare to app 2? Doing these searches will help you find the difference between these apps that we're recommending, and you can decide what's best for you. If you want to take your favorite still images and quickly turn them into videos, InVideo can do this in minutes. They have more than 1,000 pre-made templates in various sizes. If you'd like to produce a quick marketing video, you can use InVideo to convert shots from your recent weddings and add text and graphics. You can also size the video for various platforms such as Facebook posts or Instagram stories. InVideo also includes a media library of beautiful images, videos, and copyright-free music.
And speaking of copyright-free music, that's an important thing. You can't just take the latest hit song and put it on your video. You're breaking copyright laws. You'll get in trouble. You'll get your videos dinged and maybe taken down. On the other hand, you can buy stock music. There's lots of services that do that, and you have to listen to hundreds and hundreds potentially of different things till you find the one you like. You put it in your video, and then the next thing you know, you find your competitor put the same music in their video. Completely easier way to do this, which is Infinitunes. Infinitunes allows you to generate custom music files for your videos. It's done with AI. You choose the genre, you choose the tempo, the instrumentation, and the length. And once it has all those things, it makes the music for you. And it creates this audio track unique and specific to your video. And once you have it, you own it, nobody else gets it, and you can use it anywhere you wish and without any copyright issues.
Search engines can't recognize audio, but Descript will transcribe your videos and audio recordings to make them searchable. You can even transcribe Zoom calls. Transcript also has video recording and editing tools.
Subtitle is an app that allows you to add captions and headlines to video files. You can also resize your video for various platforms. When you're making videos, a lot of people like myself like the help of a teleprompter. I'm not using one today, can't you tell? But with teleprompters, there are several choices. We have a couple of choices for you, and they have some distinct differences. Big View is a phone app only, and this app includes a teleprompter. It includes captioning functions and a green screen background replacement function.
So if you're out and about and you want to do a video on the fly, but you still want to have a little bit of a copy that's already written down and you can read from it, like maybe it's your opening or your closing, all you have to do is use your phone and then read your script, and you're going to make your professional videos look even more professional.
And then there's PromptSmart, which is one of the best free teleprompter apps out there. Now, Big View has all sorts of bells and whistles. PromptSmart is specifically a teleprompter. Why would you use this? Well, it's because it has one feature that is really awesome. It has intuitive voice activation. The app listens to your speech so that it knows where you are in your script, and then it adjusts the scroll speed accordingly. If you ever used a teleprompter, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's going too slow. Sometimes it's going too fast. And so you can imagine if you've ever used one, or when you start to use one, you're going to know how cool this feature is. It speeds it up, slows it down automatically, depending on where you are in your script.
StreamYard is a platform for enhancing your virtual presentations. We're using this platform for this presentation. You can add titles and graphics, share the screen among several speakers, cycle presenters in and out, and place comments on the screen. It's very easy to use, and there are lots of tutorials and help on YouTube and in the Facebook groups. As a matter of fact, we did a deeper overview on StreamYard on our YouTube channel, Team Wedding Marketing. That download link is included in your handout.
Now, the great thing about StreamYard is you have all this cool stuff that you see around, but you use this, like when we do a Facebook Live, which we do every week, you can do it within StreamYard, feed it directly to your Facebook Live, and you can do it with YouTube and LinkedIn. There's other platforms, and it's just makes your lives stand out. It makes them different and better than what everybody else is doing, which is pretty much holding the camera in front of themselves and talking. So in our next group of our big list of 50, we're going to talk about website, URL, and SEO tools.
Namecheck.com is a great tool if you need a new URL or company name. You can enter a name and it will tell you all the available top-level domains like .com, .net, and dozens of the other ones that are out there. It'll also show you what social media usernames are available that match that.
The choice of a URL is so important to your business. It almost dictates what you can call your business because you need a URL that matches it. And a lot of the good ones are taken. A lot of people buy and sell them. If you've been sitting on a bunch of URLs that you'd like to get rid of, or if you're looking for a good URL and can't find one, check out flippa.com. It's a marketplace and an auction for URLs, for apps, and for ongoing online businesses.
Flaticon is a free database of more than 3 million icons available in various digital formats. You can use these on your website, digital ads, or even in your printed marketing materials. These are all those icons that you see on websites that tell you that this is a cake, or this is a cupcake, or this is a camera. That's what these are. This is a great source for those items.
The up arrows, the down arrows, the things that you want them to look a little bit different than everybody else's website. There are 3 million different choices there. Have fun diving into that. If you want to get a better understanding on how your visitors interact with your website, then you need this tool, Hotjar. Hotjar is a heat mapping tool. It shows you a cool little graphic display of where your visitors' eyes are going when they go to your website. It will give you visual images of their clicks, their taps, their scrolling behavior as they work their way around your website. This tool is going to help you better understand what your users want, what they care about, and what they do while they're on your website.
Instead of spending time on all the tools that are available for SEO, we're giving you a link to a free 51-point SEO checklist that you can look through to get insight on Google's ranking algorithm and how to beat it. It is a thorough SEO checklist, and actionable tips are available. It's a curated list of tools, and it'll help you increase traffic and bring more customers to your website.
I have to tell you, I love this one, the Wayback Machine. Wayback Machine is a digital archive of websites. So you can go to your website or anyone's website and see what that website looked like last month, last year, 10 years ago, however long you want to go back. It's a massive digital archive of what websites looked like in the past. You can go back in time and see what your site used to look like and reminisce about it, or see what your competitors' websites, how they have changed over time.
Lots of people want to build you a new website, but it can be a challenge to find someone just to fix a problem or two on your existing site. Codeable is a WordPress freelancer platform that can match you to a WordPress expert that you can hire by the hour.
So we've gone over a few of these great apps and programs, and we've got a bunch more to go. And by now you're probably wondering, how much does this stuff cost? You've probably seen a few tools that you'd like to have. You'll probably see a few more, and you're probably wondering, like, there's no way I can afford all of these. Well, the good news is a lot of them are free, and some of them are at least free to try and check them out. So how does that work? Let's talk a little bit about how the companies who provide these awesome apps, how they make their money, and how can they give away their stuff for free? Well, some of the things are absolutely free. Instead of charging the company behind it or the person behind it, in some cases, they host this website. It gets a lot of traffic. They serve some Google ads on the website. They get paid that way. And so they can make some money to support what they're doing without actually charging the user ever. And some people do actually build these things and do it just as a hobby or as a labor of love. Now, for most of them, and including the more sophisticated, bigger scale ones, they have a fee. Now, it can be a monthly subscription fee. It can be a flat fee to purchase. For those with a monthly subscription fee, it's usually a little costlier if you do it month to month versus getting a discount when you make an annual commitment. Almost all of them that charge you money offer a free trial period.
And then there are some that are known as a freemium model, where they offer a basic level of service at no charge and then offer upgrades at additional charge as you get deeper into the platform. Of course, monthly subscription fees can add up, so we suggest that you take advantage of all the free trials you can before making a long-term commitment. and only commit to things that will be useful to your business.
In this next group, we're going to show you some awesome social media tools.
Getting people to leave social media platforms and visit your website can be a challenge. For example, Instagram only allows you to have one link in your bio, but what if you want more? Luckily, there are some tools to get around this restriction. Linktree is our favorite and we recommend it highly. And here's how it works. You create a menu within Linktree that includes multiple links, and then you use your bio link to direct it to that menu. Another option is tap.bio. There's also Tailwind has an app called Smart Bio that does the same thing. And then for you TikTokers, make sure you get url.bio. There are a lot of word counters of all types. I like this one because it shows me the top 10 keywords and keyword density of the article you're writing. It allows me to know which keywords to use and how often and at what percentages. This can prevent me from overusing certain words or word combinations and check the best distribution of keywords in my writing. Also, if you have any public speaking you need to do or your children do in school, it'll tell you the speaking time of what you are typing. For blogging, it'll tell you the number of words that you're setting as a goal and whether you're at a 300-word blog or you're making a pillar post and your goal needs to be 4,000 words. This is a great tool.
If you'd like to get to know your Instagram followers a little better, find out who they are, find out any details you can about them, or if you'd like to find who's following certain influencers, who's following certain hashtags, this tool will surely help you. Picodash allows you to export data about your Instagram followers or somebody else's Instagram followers or any hashtag. You download the data into a spreadsheet. You can get the username, the full name, the bio wording, websites, followers, following counts, all sorts of data. And you can test it out for free. And prices to do this start at $10 a search. That's Picodash.
Okay, I love this next one. And if you haven't found it yet, you don't know what you're missing. And it is free. This is Creator Studio. It's from Facebook. It's on Facebook, and it brings together all the tools you need to effectively post, manage, monetize, and measure content across all your Facebook pages and Instagram accounts. You can also schedule your Facebook and Instagram posts here. Yes, you heard me right. You can schedule your Instagram posts here on your computer without having to pay for a third-party app. You can also post stories for Facebook here and more. Facebook is really trying to make your content marketing easier for you. To find out more, you have to log onto your Facebook page, go to Publishing Tools, and under Tools, click on Creator Studio. Or you can also go to business.facebook.com/Creator Studio.
Are you struggling to find the right hashtags for your image or some text? Right Tag allows you to upload an image or upload a block of text, and it will instantly generate for you hashtag suggestions. Now, these suggestions are based on real-time hashtag engagement.
Okay, so speaking about hashtags, Facebook recently started pushing the use of hashtags in posts. They want you to know this and they want you to use hashtags, and it's going to improve your organic reach is what they're promising. So here's the hot tip. Consider going back to some of your best performing Facebook posts that are timeless. They're evergreen. They can bump to the top of your feed again and it'll be okay. Go and add hashtags. Use the tip or the app that Marc just talked about and go find out what hashtags might be best. So here's another thing. Also, they're saying to go comment on these posts and get a few of your friends or fans. Maybe they'll start, commenting on it also. This will activate Facebook's story bump feature, and it should theoretically move that content up to the top, especially in groups. So go back, spend a little bit of time, and add some hashtags. Okay, Marc, I also have a content hack for Instagram. So what it is they are saying that if we do carousel pics which are adding like 2 or 10 pictures or videos onto one post, the kind that they, swipe through. What they say is if someone sees the first image and doesn't react to it on Instagram, then they will go back and try again. When that person logs on again the next time, they're going to show that again, but show them a different picture in the lineup, the one they think that they might interact with. So this is a great way to get double value for your post. Okay, so there's 2 other hacks you can do with your content, and this applies to any platform that you're on. The first one is the color blue. There is proof that there is 10 to 30% more engagement if you use the color blue in your post. It could be the blue sky behind, it could be a blue box, it could be anything blue. Try it and see if you notice it also. Can't hurt. Also, they said put people in your posts. It doesn't matter if you're looking over the shoulder of the person, taking a shot behind, whether you have a product and you're putting it in their hand as opposed to putting it on a shelf. They said even put a box at somebody's feet. As long as you have people in your post, the engagement goes up tremendously.
What else can you put in your post to get a good engagement?
It's your favorite thing to add.
I love this story. So a couple years ago, I read something that said people love to see puppies in picture. It increases your reach. It increases your engagement, especially puppies that are dressed and doing human things. Now, I filed that away in my brain for a couple of months, and then I came across this great picture of 2 puppies. One was wearing a veil. One was wearing a bow tie. Wedding puppies. Use that in a post, and it's crazy. The engagement level of that post was so great. This was actually a paid Facebook ad, and the response to that was so much better than other things that we've done. So I guess the point with all these hacks is you'll hear this. You can read things like Social Media Examiner, different blogs, different articles that are full of these sorts of hacks. File them away. You never know when you might be able to use it. That just gives you a little bit of an edge over everybody else.
Okay, so then what you're telling me, if blue helps and people help and puppies help, or any animals, they say, so that's going to be it. So you're going to have a blue sky, a person with a puppy. I think it's golden, and your product in the picture.
That's your hacked. All right, next we're going to share with you some branding and graphic design tools. Most of us need photos for our website, our social media, and other marketing efforts. We just talked about the puppy pictures. If you don't have a large library of images, you can always use stock photography. Our favorite sources for stock photography are unsplash.com. Unsplash is crowdsourced and it's free. Depositphotos.com. Now, this is a paid service, but they're always running deals on buckets of credits. And then there's adobestock.com. Now, they sell images individually, super expensive, or they have a monthly subscription. Now, Adobe Stock's more expensive than the first 2, but their library is much larger, and it seems that their photographers get paid a little bit more. The images seem to be a little bit better quality than the sources that are free or super inexpensive.
And if you've got that great picture that you want to use, but the background has a fire exit sign right above your cake shot, removing the background is easy with Photoshop if you know how to use it, but I don't. So my 2 choices on how to remove the background from pictures are Canva or Trello. Or you can also go to Pixlr, and they have one there also. Pixlr is also an online photo editor powered with artificial intelligence. They have a beginner editor choice, so you don't have to be scared, and they have a more advanced editor option if you're a little more experienced with editing.
Creative Market is a little bit like Etsy, but for not crafts, but for creative elements that you need for different projects. Talented designers from around the world all sell their stuff through the Creative Market platform. You can enhance your projects and speed up development time with their ready-to-use products, and there's thousands and thousands of them to choose from.
There are some great drag and drop design tools available. You can edit photos and become your own design team for your digital and social marketing needs. We use Canva and Trello the most. I mentioned them earlier when we were talking about removing backgrounds from your pictures. You can try both of them for free and pick your favorite. They're available for use on your desktop and also your phone. Not only can you edit photos, but you can add text overlays and other effects for your Instagram stories and other marketing. I use Canva the most and think it's totally worth paying for the pro level to unlock the features like the remove background in a picture and resizing for different graphics for all social platforms. The big difference between the two for me when choosing to work on one more than the other is that Canva would be stronger on photo editing, and Trello, you can actually animate some graphics for your posts.
Have you ever had an image or a web page or some sort of a graphic and you really wanted to find out what that color was? You wanted to match that color exactly and you didn't want to spend a bunch of time with a color wheel? Image Color Picker does this for you. You upload an image and it will automatically determine the color values for that image, the hex values, the CMYK values, the RGB color values. Depending on what you're going to use that for, it will give you the values of any color that you upload. Now there's also Colorzilla, and that's a free extension to the Chrome and Firefox browsers where you click on a part of your screen and it will tell you exactly what that color is, and it will automatically paste that color value onto the clipboard so you can take it and use it on whatever program you need it for. And it keeps a history of all of the colors you have collected. And it gives you the same color values, the hex, the RGB, whatever you need to move on and use that color on another program.
If you're looking for an app that lets you quickly add fun and attention-grabbing text over your Instagram story images, then look no further than Typorama. It'll let you create beautiful typographic designs with ease. All you need to do is select a background and start typing your message. The app has a wide variety of typographic layouts with different font and interface options to choose from. This app is currently only available for iOS devices.
Okay, before we get to even more of our big 50, I want to digress just for a second to talk about the question, how do you decide if these things are right for me? We're giving you a minute or two description of each one. That's not going to be enough. That's opening the door for you. You need to decide before you make a long-term commitment to one of these apps if it's really right for you. And when I say long-term, I mean, a lot of these are monthly subscriptions, so you're not locked into it for time and money. But once you start creating things, oftentimes if you leave the platform, you also leave your stuff behind. So it is a commitment of your time and your money and your skills, everything that you put in there. So make sure that these things are right for you before you make that commitment. Google the app and look for any kind of third-party reviews that are out there. Go search on YouTube. A lot of people have made videos on various apps. You may learn some things there. Look for Facebook user groups. Most apps have them, and you can jump in there and ask questions or just read over the information and see what other people are posting. Look at tutorials. Post a question to the group. And definitely take advantage of the free trials that a lot of these apps offer. And that way you can take a test drive before you commit. Next, we're going to move on to some very useful email and communication tools. I'm going to start with G Suite. Now, almost everybody has a free Gmail account. But if you spend a little bit of money with them, $6 to $12 a month, you can upgrade to G Suite. G Suite has just a great package of tools for you. Of course, you get Gmail, but you get upgraded to Gmail for Business, which has some extra features. You can use Google Meet to do video conferences. You can use their calendar for setting events, keeping track of your appointments. You can use Google Docs, which is a substitute for Word. You can use Google Keep for making and saving notes. You can use Google Sheets, which is sort of like Excel. You can use Google Drive to store everything there in the cloud. And you can use chat for quick team messages. And with all of that, you get access to G Suite apps via the Google Marketplace. Everybody needs an email service provider. Now, I'm not talking about Gmail or Yahoo where you do your day-to-day emails. An email service provider is a third-party service such as Constant Contact, Mad Mimi, Robly. There are several of them. These are services that allow you to design those awesome, graphically appealing bulk emails that you send out to your lists. Now, our favorite of all of them is MailChimp. MailChimp offers a free subscription for up to a list of 2,000 people and 12,000 emails a month. It's free, and that is perfect size for most wedding pros. But if you go above that, you can get unlimited accounts. You can get larger tiers of usage starting from around $10 a month. Now, MailChimp also allows you to do drip campaigns. Now, a drip campaign is an automated series of emails, things that you can use to, let's say you have a prospective client and you want to stay in their faces and keep communicating with them. You set up a drip campaign, you put their email into it, and then it schedules an email. This week, I'm going to send this. In 2 days, I'm going to send another one. In 3 days, I'm going to send another one. Completely automated way of staying in touch with your prospective customers. That's MailChimp.com. You can get the emails and the drip campaign all within that platform.
We're always looking for catchy things to do to get our emails noticed in that crowded inbox. And here is a great way to do it with the upside down text generator tool. This website also has several other text manipulation tools you can do to create catchy subject lines, but this is one of my favorite.
The upside down text editor is a really cool tool, but one that you need to use in moderation. You don't want to send out emails every day like that. People will get annoyed. It's cute. It stands out one time or maybe one time a year. Something you can use a little bit more often would be emojis in your subject lines or sticking them down in your content. And you see those often, you think that's cool. They put a heart in it, whatever. How do you get that? Simple. Go to getemoji.com and you can choose from hundreds and hundreds of them. You simply copy them off of this web page and then paste them wherever you'd like them to show up. That's getemoji.com. We're always looking for things to put in our emails to make them eye-catching. And a countdown clock can be a very powerful tool, especially if you're running some sort of a special promotion that has a deadline. You head over to Sendtrick.com. That's SENDTRIC.com. And it's a completely free service. You put in your ending date and you put in your time zone, and it generates you a countdown clock. You can change the colors, you can change the styles, and when you've designed it, you cut a little piece of code and you go over to your email and you pop that code in, and it gives you the countdown clock. This works especially well if you're using one of those email service providers such as MailChimp.
I like chat bots. For some reason, not very many marketers are taking advantage of the chatbot world yet. They're not using it for automated website chat, for SMS, Facebook Messenger, even though chat marketing has a really good ROI. As of now, Mobile Monkey is the only platform that allows marketers to make Facebook ad bots and SMS bots and native web chat bots all in the same place. If that's not enough to convince you to give bots a try, here are some findings on their performance. Chat messages have an open rate of 50 to 80% in the first hour. Facebook messages have a click-through rate of 20%. Facebook ads with chatbots have a conversion rate of 3 to 5 times higher than traditional Facebook ads. And Facebook Messenger ad cost per action costs are 30 to 50 times less than other Facebook ad campaigns.
Do you have this fear that a lot of your marketing emails are landing in the spam folder? Well, guess what? A lot of them are. And the issue is that the Gmails of the world want to keep us from advertising to people through email. So the spam filters get more and more sophisticated, and it gets harder and harder to fly under the radar of them and to get delivered to the inbox. So there is this program, Mail Genius, that you can upload your emails to, and it will run it through the various steps to see if your emails are triggering spam filters. Real simple, upload your email, you will get your spam score, and then you can make changes to try to get this to that ever elusive inbox.
If you want more opens to your emails, more bookings, and more communication and engagement with your clients, try this cool and personalized tool that adds short, spontaneous videos in your emails, your messages on Facebook, and your SMS texts. You can send and receive videos. You can scale and add videos to your bulk email campaigns. And my favorite part, it distinguishes you apart from your competitors during the decision-making process when you're replying to their inquiries and questions if you're including these personalized videos. You can take them on a mini follow-up tour of your venue if they ask about, hey, what did it look like over by the fountain? Take them, send them a little video of what it was actually like. And you can answer specific questions like, hey, what flowers did you say were going to be in my mom's corsage? Take a picture of the flower that's in your shop and send it to her. Also, another thing that I like is that if you're having to answer some questions that maybe it's getting a little tough and you're afraid that texting might have a tone or email might have a tone, you can easily just pick up your phone, send them a video through the email, and you have documentation of what you said and exactly how you said it.
Now we're going to share some useful productivity tools. The first one isn't necessarily a tool more than it's just some resources. Everybody needs a little help on a project here and there. Perhaps you want something, a graphic design, something done, a short video. You need something that that there's pros out there that can do it better than you can do it. And there's a whole lot of people doing side hustling, freelance work, short-term gigs, project-based help. They're out there. We're in a really small world, and there are people all over it that will do projects for you digitally. Fiverr is probably the largest marketplace. There you can find freelancers and side hustlers to handle just about anything that you can imagine for a flat fee per task. You can find people to do website fixes, logo designs, graphic arts, voiceovers, videos, you name it. Upwork is similar. Upwork tends to have a little bit, or maybe sometimes a lot higher level of quality when it comes to the freelancers. And if you're looking for a short-term hire or a short-term task or project, you can always put that job on Indeed. Indeed is essentially a marketplace of jobs. It's a place to post jobs that are available and has thousands and thousands of users. And you'll find, even if something that you need somebody for a day or two, you will be able to find them on Indeed.
Here's another one-trick pony, but it's a good one and it's free. It's another Chrome extension. It's Go Full Page. And what it does is it allows you to take a screenshot of an entire web page as an image to include everything that's below the fold. it does the scrolling for you. All you do is click a button and then it just scrolls down, takes a screenshot of the whole thing, downloads it, and you can download it as a ping or a PDF. And then for $1 a month, there's an upgraded version, just $12 a year, where you can go in, you can crop it, you can add annotations, stickers, shapes, arrows, borders, and you can blur out sections of it.
All right, next one is the time and date generator. This is just a simple tool. It allows you to calculate anything you can imagine concerning dates and times. How many days until, how many days since, how many days in between. You just plug in the dates and it tells you. timeanddate.com. Map Customizer is another one-trick website, but this one's awesome. Here you upload a list of addresses and then it plots those addresses on a map. You can use this to track and visualize where your customers or your prospects live or where the venues in your area are clustered. Just use your imagination. There are a lot of uses for this. You upload a list of addresses, it plots them on a map. That's it, mapcustomizer.com. On occasion, you may find yourself wanting to collaborate by phone with a group of people, and they're all in different places. Now, yeah, you can do it on Zoom, but if you just want to do it on the phone, you can use freeconferencecall.com and join everybody together in one place. A lot of wedding pros struggle with the amount of time that they spend on a various project, learning how to charge for those projects, and just keeping track of the time that you're spending on projects or with specific customers. Toggle is a timer that lets you track that time spent for you. You can divide it into different categories, see how much time you're spending. It also has some project management tools. And at the end, you're going to know exactly where your valuable time is going. That's Toggle, TOGGL.com.
There are many calendar booking apps out there, and many of you are already using Calendly.com, where clients can pick an open time slot on their own and book a consultation or service slot with you. But I want to challenge you to take it up a level and get a specific URL and forward it directly to your Calendly page, like choosing schedulemarc.com or bookwithme.com. You're going to go buy it at, for instance, maybe GoDaddy for $12 a year, and you're going to forward directly to that instead of just having it on your website page. And on the highest tier plan of Calendly, you can also collect payments if they schedule meetings with you or service with you that need to have a payment. But Book Like a Boss is what we like. We call it BLAB for short, Book Like a Boss. It's a whole other level of calendar booking. It's an all-in-one booking page, like a web page, to take appointments and sell your services. Like say you were doing boudoir shots or something, like maybe cake decorating classes. You have a whole web page that's connected to your calendar and you're selling from it. You can have unlimited types of consultations or services that they book for, all with their own time slot allocations and pricing tiers, so things won't overlap. They pay directly for the service when they book. And to help with late shows and no-shows, you can have up to 5 reminder emails and have email and SMS reminders sent to your client. Also, you can specify up to 5 additional recipients to receive the booking confirmation emails when the booking is made. It's kind of like a nice accountability feature that your boss gets one, your assistant gets one, other people get the booking confirmations. Oh, and you can also add coupon codes to your services. How cool is that? There are so many more features. We love Blab.
Trello is a great organizational tool. Picture a digital version of a wall of sticky notes. That's what it is. You can create and organize lists and tasks, and you can share those with your team. Use this to get big picture view of your daily, weekly, or monthly tasks. It's great for optimizing your business efficiency for large and small projects. It's just a great way to keep track of things. I used to have sticky notes all over the place. I used to have notes here and there, legal pads. I don't do any of that anymore. I keep track of everything on Trello. I've got a dozen different Trello boards. Every time here at Team Wedding, we start a new project, we start a new Trello board. Team Wedding was built using a Trello board to keep track of all of our different products and services that we're offering. It's great, and they have very low priced and even free packages available. Our last item in the productivity category is actually a segue over to our next and final category, which is education. And I like to share with you Wedding Pro News. Now, if you'd like to keep up on what's going on in the wedding industry, visit weddingpronews.com. Every day, this website compiles and curates relevant industry news. Various articles that are out there are all brought into this one place, so you can read them all and have them curated for you in one place. So these articles are not so much, what kind of flowers should I have for my wedding? These are more the business of the wedding industry, your wedding industry. And it's a great idea to keep up with what is going on. So head over to weddingpronews.com. You can read the articles right there on the website, or you can also sign up for a free subscription. And what the subscription simply is either every day or every week, it will send you a digest of all of the new articles that have been posted. Again, it's Wedding Pro News, and it's free.
We've reached our final category is education, and these are all education tools.
Feedly uses AI to scour blogs and news sources to find information that is relevant to your interest. You enter in your interest and it finds articles for you. Now, this is a little bit different than Wedding Pro News. They sort of do the same thing. Feedly is AI. Feedly, you put in a variety of topics and it uses the AI to find things that are out there. Wedding Pro News is complements that in that you have real live humans that are editing things, choosing things, curating things for you. But Feedly is a great source for those topics that you want to learn about that are perhaps outside of the wedding industry, that are more marketing or business related. It's a great source for finding that content without having to go out and search for it.
I love podcasts and I'm listening to them all the time. I have a Bluetooth in my ear almost all the time, and I've been accused of if it would be able to be surgically implanted in my ear, I would allow that to happen. But anyways, I found something better than the little podcast app that comes with your iPhone. And I don't know what's on Android, but Castbox works on Android and iOS. And that's a free app that allows you to access over 95 million podcasts on any topic. I like it because it has more bells and whistles. It allows me to set up playlists. It allows me a favorite area. It's just easier. Just download it. It's free.
Audible is the Amazon bookstore for audiobooks. You'll find books on any subject you can imagine, so you can learn while you drive or while you work out. They have fiction, nonfiction. Your monthly subscription gets you one book per month from their library of over 50,000 titles, and you can buy additional books as you want them.
I happen to listen to all of my Audible books on 1.25 speed. So try that in case you need to speed it up. When you're watching a video, do you find yourself listening faster than the speaker is speaking? You kind of want to speed it up, just like I speed up my Audible. Well, I found a great Chrome extension that is available, and it is called Video Speed Controller. And we have the link here for you. And it allows you to speed up any video or slow down just in case you can't quite understand what a tutorial is telling you. It's awesome.
So we gave you the big podcast library. We shared Audible with all of the thousands and thousands of audiobooks, and Renee shared the speed controller so you can speed them up and listen to them more quickly. But if you're hungry to learn and you just don't have a lot of time to read, or you don't have a time to listen to entire books, consider Blinkist. Blinkist is a book summary service where they take the best business books and then summarize the key takeaways in a written or an audio format. For example, the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, classic business book. They have distilled it down into a 19-minute read. So you have no excuse. Even if you can't read or listen to entire books, you don't have time, we're all busy, you can still get the basics of business books with this app, Blinkist.
And here we come to the very end, the very last tip of going with the theme of no more excuses. If you're like me, you want to read this blog, you want to read this article on the internet, and you maybe file them away and have a whole file to read file. Well, this takes that away. You can even be going out on a walk now. Go get Web Out Loud, put it on your phone, and it will read to you those emails, those blogs that you want. Anything it sees on the screen, it'll read it to you. It is totally awesome.
All right, well, I think we have certainly over-delivered as we come to the end of our presentation. 56, 57, I don't know, we may have been up to 60 different resources for you. Make sure you head over and download the handout that goes with this presentation, because there are all the links, everything we talked about. We're going to send you links to those things, so it'll be really easy to use. Go to teamweddingmarketing.com/info and you can download that handout. So your very, very last marketing tip, which of course is just going to be a blatant commercial for what we do. We talked to you about this earlier. Team Wedding Marketing is a marketing agency specifically for the wedding industry. We can do your marketing for you. Renee and I have spent our entire careers in this wedding industry. We know how to market, and we can do it for you. Our team can take on those mundane things that you may have been giving to interns or trying to do yourself, and you hate doing it, but you need the business and you need to market. So as a way of introducing you to us and vice versa, we're offering everyone a free marketing checkup. It's just you fill out a form. We go look at your website, your Facebook page, your various marketing materials, and we're going to, in a judgment-free zone, give you some free suggestions and advice on how to improve that. And at the same time, we'll tell you a little bit about Team Wedding and what Team Wedding Marketing can do for you. So on behalf of Renee and myself and Team Wedding, we enjoyed this. We hope you did. We hope you learned something from it. And thank you so much for joining us and sticking through to the end.